Welcome to the Fifth Element Lens. My name is Dean Hager, and today I'm going to talk to you about how career clarity is actually in your body, not just your mind. So, career clarity isn't just something that you think through on paper, through your resume, or when you're filling out an application or making your cover letter. It's the truth that lives within your body. And your body remembers everything that you've done. And even if you force it out of your mind and decide that you no longer want to remember, your body carries the truth of your lived experience. It knows when you are encountering something again that you've seen before or something that even looks like it, because your body is brilliant at conditioning itself for fear. And it's also very brilliant at conditioning itself for many other emotions. But in this example, you're looking for signals because your body knows when it's being pulled back into an extractive relationship. It's just you, your mind, that needs to recognize what those signals look like when they show up. And in the fifth element framework, every career decision runs through somatic checkpoints. Clarity isn't just rational thinking, it's actually looking at your body and saying what your body says is right. And I know that some people are saying, well, I've often worked through many times when there was a pit in my stomach, or I had fear and I was breaking in a cold sweat, or any of those kinds of bodily sensations that you pounded yourself through. You made it and you did it, and you're stronger because of it. Well, what I'm asking you to do instead is to stop for a second and instead treat all of those bodily sensations as wisdom. It's data. So we'll start off with this. Let's ground yourself for just a moment. Now, you can use this anytime to just see how you're feeling and do a somatic check-in before you make a decision. You'll just notice your body. It's that simple. You notice where your legs are touching the chair. You notice where your feet are touching the floor. And you notice the stance, the posture of your body. You notice where your breath sits, where it holds, where it doesn't go where it should, in your mind where you think it should. Those are all things to notice. It's all data. So you want to, in this case, notice where your body feels steady when you imagine a role or a pathway in your career. And you want to ask yourself, what tells me that I am supported? You may experience things like steady breath, or your shoulders drop, or you feel warmth in your chest. Those aren't small details. They're signals that you are standing on solid ground and you are grounded and you feel good about where you're at. Those are all supported feelings. Now, let's switch to signals of tension. Let's pay attention to any resistance. Where does your body contract when you consider a career move? Ask yourself, what warns me of misalignment? Is it your jaw clenched? Your breath is shallow? Your gut is heavy? All of that stuff is actually telling you something, not just a bodily sensation that you need to overcome and ignore so that you can get past your fear of the situation. They are warnings, and if you ignore them, you risk building a career and, dare I say, an entire life of self-abandonment. If you translate those sensations into boundaries, if your body contracts at the thought of unpaid overtime, you need to set a pricing floor for yourself. And if your body steadies when you imagine flexible hours, you may want to make that a non-negotiable. Think about what your body is telling you where the boundary line is, and you want to honor it. So when you're looking at somatic data, you want to pair those checkpoints with your personal brain's thoughts of what your inventory is for your skills. You don't want to just ask, can I do this? You want to ask, does my body agree? And when unpleasant feelings surface, like frustration, anxiety, or sadness, you don't want to override that body feeling anymore. You want to stay with them. Stay with that feeling. And if you can tolerate those sensations for a moment or so, they will shift. And what felt overwhelming becomes usable information. That usable information can inform you about how aligned are you with what's going on in your current environment. In a lot of ways, not just career decision making, but I can tell you from experience, when my body decided to tell me that it was time to go from a job, I was forced to listen. And if I had just listened sooner, I may not have had as many health problems along the way. I don't know what that timeline would have held for me, but I can tell you this. Waiting until the very last minute to listen to my body almost cost me my life more than once. And, of course, I was working my tail off. So I was not listening to my body, working, really long days, long hours, never doing my bio breaks, never taking care of myself, getting up to move, and actually eating when I should on a good schedule, and defending my break times to take care of my body, because my body was screaming at me during all of that time that I was neglecting it. And it eventually let me know that I could no longer continue doing that profession because of all the pushback that it gave me. So when you hear this somatic decision making, I want you to think of it that way. If your body doesn't tell you now, it'll surely tell you later when it's time to stop. I hope this was helpful. Please drop by our website at www.fithelement.online to learn more about everything we do in our Career Clarity Intensive that's coming up soon. Tell a friend. Anybody you know that's been on the job market for a while, I would love to meet them and help them out. Thank you, and have a great day.